want to know how to slay your competition, I've got a guerrilla tactic for you that's not very guerrilla. Let me tell you a story. So there was this one time when I was back in school, I was about 16 years old, we were doing the school PE thing. There was a race that I was in, and it was like one of those marathon type races where you've got to run as far as you possibly can in the allocated time, and whoever lasted the longest and did the most amount of miles or whatever it was back then was basically the winner. Now this was a time when I was pretty fit. I was in the Great Britain Dragon Boat racing team. I was pretty up there and I was feeling pretty good. And in this particular race, we started about 15 of us. As we were coming to the end of the time duration, there was about 3 of us left. Now at this point, I was absolutely exhausted. I was puffing out of every hole that there is to puff out of. And I was looking at this chick next to me and she was just absolutely focused. She was just striding along as if she had only just started running. She just looked so focused, so determined, so cool, calm and collected. And I was looking at her thinking, I'm dying, right? I can't compete with her. I cannot compete with this woman. She is just not going to give up. She's just not going to quit. And human psychology and what human motivation in the mind does really controls every outcome we have in everything that we do. When we start feeling like we can't compete, when we start feeling like the people that we're up against are bigger than us, stronger than us, fitter than us, have more resilience and determination than us, our psychology starts telling us that we can't compete and we give up. And I did. So in this particular instance, I just thought, this woman isn't going to quit. She's just not. And I've got the dogs backing me up here. And I was like, right, there's no way I can beat this chick. She's just clearly not even tired. So I just pulled back, I slowed down and stopped the race. She obviously won. At the end of the race, I went down and sat next to her and I was like, dude, fair play. Like, shook her hand and said, you know, you absolutely smashed me. And she goes, oh my God, Sarah, I was literally just about to quit. And I went, what? What? She's like, I was looking over at you and you're just going. You were just stealth-faced, you were steaming ahead, you weren't slowing up. And I'm thinking, she said, I was thinking to myself, this woman ain't quitting. She's not going to quit. Look at her. She doesn't even look tired. And I'm like, that's what I was looking at you thinking. And she said, I was just about to drop back and pull out right at that second. And I was thinking, damn, girl, I was looking at you thinking you weren't going to quit and that you weren't ever going to be stopped. And that's why I dropped back. Well, this for me was a massive lesson in competition. We do not know, and we will never know, what's going through our competition's mind. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And where other people are making it look easy, like they're making it look like it's effortless, like they're making it look like they're just cruising along and it's so easy for them, when they have got that look of determination and focus on their face, they're moving forward and they look like they're just never going to run out of steam. That's when we think, I can't compete with them. Just like I did on that running track, just like my competitor who ultimately beat me was thinking I was doing to her, and she was going to quit. And this is how you can completely dominate your market and go up against people who are bigger than you, who have more marketing budget than you, who have more experience than you. And this is very much how I managed to build myself a place in the market when I was a nobody, when I first started in my industry 15 years ago. When I was up against people who had 15 plus years of experience ahead of me, who had way more celebrity friends and money and budgets and teams behind them than I did. I thought, well, I can't outcompete them. I can't outspend them. I can't, outbig them. I can't out-celebrity friend them. But what I can do is out-help them and keep going. And it's really interesting how I was having this whole sort of thing, this whole video has come up for me because I was having a conversation with a girlfriend this weekend over a coffee. And she said to me, Sarah, like, you make it look so easy. And I just feel like I could never compete with you. You just make it look so effortless and like it's just like a cruise for you. And it's funny because last week I was actually having a really tough week. I was feeling like Sisyphus, from that Greek mythology story, who has been, punished to an eternity of rolling a boulder up a mountain only for them to wake up in the morning and it's rolled back down again. Like I was having one of those weeks in business, like lots of us do. And I just last week was feeling really defeated. And then there I am this weekend with this girlfriend saying, you make it look so easy, you make it look so cruisy. And a lot of people in the past have said to me the same, that they nearly quit because all the people around them make it look easy. And we don't know how other people are actually feeling behind the social media content, behind the stuff that they're putting out there. And the reality is, we're all human beings. We all have days and times where we feel defeated, where we feel like we're rolling that boulder up a hill and it's going down again, when we feel like all of the people running on the race tracks beside us, in front of us and behind us are never going to tire and they're going to beat us anyway, so why should we bother carrying on? When if we want to kill them all, I have realised that it's as simple as just looking focused enough, calm enough, consistent enough, dedicated enough to keep on going. Because that is an intimidating chess piece to be playing. It really is. The psychological effect that that has on those competition around us can be devastating for them. Now, I am not in any way in the business of wanting to make other people feel down or to pull anyone else down or in any way wish or desire for anyone to feel that way at all. That is the complete opposite of how I want people to feel. What I'm merely doing here is pointing out human psychology, and that's how human psychology works. So if you want to beat your competition, if you want to be invincible, it starts with looking invincible. Now, of course, vulnerability, authenticity is always going to win. Showing your humanness is always going to win. But if you want that extra edge, that extra strength and domination in your marketplace, keep your head on. Keep your focus on the finish line. Do not let your brain tell you that you can't and everyone else is better than you. You keep focusing on that goal. You stay so steadfast stuck on that destination of where you're going. Don't worry about looking to your right and to your left or how anyone else around you is looking. You focus on you. You focus on your path. You focus on getting to your goal, and you commit to not giving up, to not quitting, to staying cool, calm and collected, even on those days where you feel like Sisyphus rolling that boulder all the way up for it to come all the way down again. You're getting stronger every time you do that, and you are moving forward, no matter how small those steps might feel. So I hope that gives you some food for thought today. How are you coming across in your marketplace? Are you coming across as someone who's flailing and puffing and exhausted? What message would that be sending to your prospective customers? Or are you coming across as somebody who's steady, consistent, focused, dedicated? What message is that sending to your customers? And what message do both of those also send to your competition? You got this. Good luck.